What you're about to witness is a national news reporter for News Nation named Evan Lambert get a first-hand taste of how the police really feel about journalists and members of the media.
Yes, you want me to file charges on you right now? Go ahead. I am allowed to be here. Did you not see that man put his hands on
shut it down, you continue on. Go.
Now.
Go. Now. Or you can go to jail. Sir. You want to go to jail for criminal trespassing? Do you want to go to jail for criminal trespassing? Do you understand?
You know how quickly our lawyers will get me out?
I don't care.
Sir, can we
I don't care.
Let's talk outside.
Go.
Let's talk outside. Come on outside. Come on.
Out the doors. Out the doors.
By other media right here. I'm going to listen.
I don't care. You're going to walk out the door.
I'm going to listen.
You're going to walk out the door.
Do not touch me.
Come on out, sir.
You're going to walk out the door, or you're going to jail.
Do not touch me.
Sir, can we talk outside,
I
please?
am trying to
talk
listen.
outside, please.
And he escalated with me. I am doing my job. This is covered by the First Amendment.
Excuse me, sir.
So Lambert was covering a presser from Ohio Governor Mike DeWine about the train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio, and was apparently being too loud during his live report. And as you can see, he will be forced out of the presser despite ending his live segment just before the situation really kicked off.
I'm the building supervisor here. Please leave.
There you have it.
You're going to stand outside.
You are all
Or you're going to jail.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, out. Out. Out the door. Yeah, you're under arrest.
Under arrest. Excuse me, sir. It's my phone, sir.
Oh my God! You guys, this is bad. Stop.
I am on the ground. What are you trying to do? Okay,
Stop resisting! Stop
You
this!
are under arrest.
Stop! Oh my God! Stop! You want to get this? I will. This is so bad.
Put your leg on your back. Lay flat. Lay flat, please.
You guys, he's a national correspondent. You cannot do this.
I'm a reporter with News Nation. It's all being recorded right now.
I hope it is. This is
Excessive
horrible.
force because you can't talk to people about doing their jobs.
Oh my God! I cannot believe this.
With it.
This is horrible.
This is what it's like to be a black reporter in 2023.
Evan, I'm so sorry. Evan, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Sia.
Roll over, sir.
After Lambert is wrestled to the ground and taken away from the presser, his producer steps in to talk to the police, and here's how they justify Lambert's arrest.
Let me stop you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, please, go ahead.
Let me stop you.
I'm just
The reason why, I understand that. The reason why he is where he is, he was told to leave. He refused to leave.
Okay.
Then the building superintendent comes over and says, I don't want you here.
Okay.
He still refused to leave.
I didn't
So now
witness-
he's arrested.
I didn't witness anything.
That's his own fault he's arrested. All he had to do was pipe up.
I didn't.
And he just kept on arguing with
All
us.
I'm telling you is, from the television standpoint of
I understand what
it's
you're
just-
trying to do.
it's
I understand
television.
you guys have a
It's
job
just-
to do.
Yeah.
But when he's told to leave
understand.
by law enforcement, and does not,
I can't speak to that.
that's an
But
issue.
what I thought I might just be able to give you some insight on.
I understand.
From my.
No, I understand you guys have a job to do.
It's just.
I get it, but when you're told to step out and it even gets to the point where the building superintendent's coming over and saying, you need to leave.
I understand.
In case you didn't know already, this is part of the story that Lambert was covering. A massive chemical spillage from a southern Norfolk train derailment that has contaminated the local area with dangerous chemicals and is an ongoing crisis as we speak. And we are learning the exact chemicals being transported by the train and their hazardous effects have on humans and wildlife in the area in real time. And so far, things are really not looking good. Lambert was released from police custody later that day, and even was defended by Governor DeWine, saying that it has always been my practice that if I'm doing a press conference, someone wants to report out there and they want to be talking back to the people back on channel, whatever, they have every right to do that, which, by the way, is protected by the freaking Constitution. But DeWine would continue. If someone was stopped from doing that or told they could not do that, that was wrong. It was nothing that I authorized. I'm doing fine right now, Lambert said after his release. It's been an extremely long day. No journalist expects to be arrested when you're doing your job. And I think that's really important, that doesn't happen in our country.
And that's on the air. I don't care.
Bring a commander out. Okay.
Get across the street. Across the street.
Call news affairs.
I don't care about news affairs. News affairs. Let's go across the street.
Get the sergeant from news affairs.
I don't care about news affairs. Forget news affairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you all now you gotta go across the street. I'm giving you a lawful order to get across the street. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Officer, we're not trying.
Your First Amendment right can be terminated if you create a scene or whatever.
All right, you heard the legality from an officer who was sworn in and took an oath to violate First Amendment rights if, and I quote, you create a scene or whatever.
Your First Amendment right got limitations. If you
Why just create a scene? How are we creating a scene? We haven't created a scene.
your president creating a scene.
Our presence is creating a scene. This is what we do for a living.
Squad
What we do for
I got
a
a couple
living is
cars
creating a
in.
scene?
The lieutenant said we had to lock them up. I ain't got no problem.
What many may not know is this officer is confronting NBC reporters and threatening them with arrest.
I don't care about no damn lawsuit. Lawsuit. Just cause you suit on me, you gonna win. Get your cuffs out. Is it worth going? And you the first.
No, I'm not. You guys have done anything. Come on.
Come on. I asked you to go across the street.
Come on now.
Come on. He hasn't done anything. He didn't do anything.
Which, then, this officer does. Because violating the rights of the press is just what he wants to do. And look at all those supposed good cops just standing on by and watching it go down.
Hey, back up! What are y'all doing? Back up! Back up! What are y'all doing? He didn't do anything. You're in the middle of the street. He did not do anything. Let's go.
I told you to leave, you didn't leave.
We weren't sure. We weren't even videotaping anything.
Hold on. My hand.
What, your camera?
Hey Jackie, they're arresting Dante. They're arresting media over here at the hospital. Yes, they're arresting Dante down with the camera. Yeah, they arrested Ponce, they're arresting Dante. Get her now. Or she's probably on the phone with Christian. Well, let him know. What?
They arrested the media on a public sidewalk because this incompetent policeman had to go on a power trip. We are continually given example after example of why defunding is necessary. If we do not, this example of where there is many will remain the status quo. Now, the newsmen were released, but the officer demands their information. Absolutely ludicrous behavior from those abusing their role as a public servant. According to the description of the original video, it links to Officer Orson Ward, who is still working as a policeman. CPDP.co claims there are 26 allegations against him, with Ward reportedly being in the 67th percentile when it comes to use of force and the 87th percentile under the category of civilian allegations.